why are we back in online class? Frankly speaking, I'm tired of online class. Kalelta, kachimta. And others, you all also must be tired also, looking at your phone or laptop or whatever. The plan was that within 15 August, government will announce opening of school and class. But now there is not going to be there. Till then, we will continue somehow. And school ki on pot for lesson exam ni ball diyo. So we will start the exam right away. So class 9 and 10, you better be prepared. Also, those who don't have mobile or laptop, we will try to make arrangement for them for exam. So let's begin today's class. Today we are doing page 118. This is the last unit. If you don't have books also, this you can see it on your screen. A visit to Yangon. First thing to know is, where is Yangon? I am here in the school. Some of you are in different wards all over Kampo. Okay? Some are joining from Lungpo right on top here. And I don't know who is joining from Chongobu, from Imphal. No. So it will be further east or southeast in Burma, or Myanmar as it is called.
When traveling to Yangon, as it was called until some years ago, it is a good idea to leave some perceptions behind, something I learned within minutes of getting off the plane. The cavernous customs arrival hall has the serenity of a church. Everyone in line is self-possessed, at ease.
This is a narration by a tourist. That means he is going to Yangon or Rangoon for the first time. This is an article which was written in the Reader's Digest. It is not Dong, it is Doug, D-O-U-G, and it's not Kolingon, it is Kolikan. To make that correction, do you see it on the screen? Now he talks about how he first landed in the airport, and he talks about the arrival hall. When you land in this airport, when you come out of the aircraft and go inside the building, this is what it will look like. One day, with the grace of God, you will travel not just outside Manipur, you will travel internationally. And you will need a passport. And the first thing when you land in a foreign country is you have to declare your arrival there in something called immigration. So this is what you will face when you enter a foreign country. This normally is in the airport. What he begins with is the description of the airport. As you can see, it's a huge, very big airport, a big building. So he said it's a cavernous customs arrival hall. Now this is an English class, it is not a tourism class. So let's look at the first meaning of today, that is cavernous. Now cavernous comes from the word cave. Even in our Thadokuki mythology or story, we all came out from a cave. So this is the meaning, just like a cave. That means it is somehow endless in size, like a cave or a cavern in size, shape, or atmosphere. So it gives the idea of a very vast area, like a very large space.
Of course, I think. This is the land of Buddha where calmness, tranquility, quietude prevail. I clear customs and step outside to total pandemonium.
Calmness is the state of being calm, not to be tense or worried. This is something we need it right now. Everyone is in panic with COVID-19, corona everywhere. The next word is tranquility. Now these are all adjectives, means expression of the same word. Calmness is the state of being calm, or let us say it is the theory. And when you actually practice calmness, that means you are in a tranquil or in a state of tranquility. So calm is the theory, tranquility is the practice. The best example is in nature. Let's say water when it is still, or trees and leaves when it is still, at perfect peace. As part of a spiritual training, you don't get it at once. That's why we urge you, encourage you to pray, to go to church or to a temple or whatever. Okay, so this is tranquility and quietude. It simply means the state of being quiet. Now in modern technology, it's very easy. I just have to click a button and put off your microphone. I wish we could do that in the class. In the classroom, the biggest headache for a teacher is for you to keep quiet. I think more than the lesson, teachers. So
Quietude.
quietude is a state of stillness, calmness, and quiet in a person or place. So, like I said, these are adjectives. Calmness, tranquility, quietude is the same meaning. Now, in Yangon in Burma, they all follow Buddhism or the religion of the Buddha or the philosophy of the Buddha, and this is one of the main features of Buddhism. There's a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation. Now, when he came out, he said, as I clear customs. Clear customs means the formality when you enter a foreign country. That means you register yourself, your name, your passport, your details. And then he said, when he stepped outside, it was totally different. He said it was total pandemonium. Pandemonium is the opposite of calmness, of stillness.
Pandemonium.
Wild and noisy disorder or confusion. It's like many of you in a class. Somehow online class is quite peaceful in a way, except when there's a lot of noise coming from your mics. So pandemonium means wild and noisy disorder or confusion.
The air is thick with the fumes of old buses, trucks, taxis, scooters and cars, all rushing to leave at once. A lone policeman is frantically blowing his whistle in a futile attempt to control a tsunami of vehicles.
Okay, so he's describing the traffic outside. This is a picture of the traffic in Yangon or outside the airport. But what he's saying is that too many vehicles. What you should understand is that the Culligan is from USA, from America. They are not used to this.
Is it always like this?
Yes. He said, is it always like this? Replied.
I asked to the driver of the show. He asks, genuinely mystified, and heads into the maelstrom.
Let's say for someone coming from outside Manipur, and on that day there is a band. Everything is closed. All the shops are closed. They will ask a question. And for us, we are used to it, so we don't find anything. So the same thing, when he came out of the airport and he saw so many vehicles, even the policeman can't control it. So he asked, is it always like this? And the driver was surprised. He said, like what? It is like this only every day.
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom is actually a powerful whirlpool in the sea or river. Look at the picture and you will understand. That means if something or someone gets into this, you will get right inside, isn't it? You will get lost. So this is what the American tourist, Doug Culligan, felt like. He was afraid. Once you go into the traffic, you will get lost. So these are clever words used to describe the situation. Of course, it was not like that in the middle of the road. Way of expressing things in English. That is why this is an English class. The more words you know in English, the better you are able to express yourself. Yes, we should know our regional language, our mother tongue. But in many ways, they are very, very expressive languages. You can express yourself better.
As we near the center of town, huge stages rise up on either side of the road. They're for Thingzhong, Myanmar's New Year Water Festival, the driver explains. When people douse each other, in symbolic cleansing of the past year's sins. There will be rock groups and the stages are outfitted with houses, to spray as passing cars. That's when I realize Yangon is going to be a little more complicated than I thought.
On Myanmar's New Year Water Festival. This year it was celebrated in a very subdued way because of COVID-19. The book says it is a New Year festival. Normally it takes place in April. The date's different from year to year. It is a Buddhist festival. Now it's not just one day, it takes over 4 or 5 days. The significance or the importance is that it is a cleansing of sins, of the past year's sin. And they splash each other with water. Now the whole details, we don't need to go into it. It's not just a religious event, it's a cultural event. That means they have a lot of fun also. There's a lot of, as the book says, people douse each other in symbolic cleansing of the past year's sins. There are rock groups, or there's music, there's a concert. And interestingly, the stages are outfitted with houses to spray as passing cars. as the book says, it takes place over 4 or 5 days. There are music, there are concerts, and there's a lot of water. So essentially, this is New Year festival. It's also a water festival. Everyone gets wet. Although this year, due to the problem of COVID-19 or coronavirus, it was not really celebrated. But this will continue. It has been continued for so many years. Okay. By the way, talking about music and concerts, because normally for a student who's outgoing, 5th September is the last chance to show your talent in the school. So it's very unlikely that we will be allowed to have, because as we normally did in the past with the program and with the stage and this and that. But still then, let us start planning. Why do we observe Teachers' Day? Let's say for a school, it's like the biggest festival, isn't it? But this year, how do we do it? Online. Yes, that's the only way, online. So this is the only way. I hope you do it. Otherwise, Tukum Teachers' Day to more that I don't want, more. Teachers, it's okay for them if you have been observing Teachers' Day. For you, so class 10, you take initiative, whatever you want to do. You have to start your planning now. Sumdan to follow. You don't need money also. I'll help you out. I'm there to help you out.